What an ending. What an ending for Raw tonight. Now that is something to get excited about, and we're going to get to that in the end, but wow, what an ending to Monday Night Raw, folks. Probably a really exciting ending I've seen in a while for Raw. Very good ending. Loved it. That was great. But, what... Man, it's going to be a lot to talk about this show tonight. I guess you can now officially say that the road to WrestleMania has finally begun. It's time to set up some matches, folks. Time to set up a lot of matches. But, it's going to be I see we got something to talk about tonight. Wasn't sure about this ending, but in a way, I saw this thing coming a mile away. I knew exactly what was going to happen, so I'm not surprised, but we're gonna get to that part. But there's a lot to say about Monday Night Raw tonight, especially now into the road to WrestleMania. It's I gotta say, man, it's been a very insane 24 hours, or crazy, or I don't know. It's a lot of things you could say about what has happened in the past 24 hours right now and whatnot. You know, of course, the Rumble, and I know I'm sure a lot of people are still grieving over the death of Kobe Bryant. Like I said in yesterday's review, it's still unfortunate, whatnot, because I just kind of also wanted to add to that. I know we did a review last night, me and my friend Kyle. I'm back with you in video form this time, but in audio, me and like I said, my friend Kyle, we did a 2-hour review of the Royal Rumble last night. Like I said, we spent about 2 hours talking. We had a lot to say. Please check that out right now and whatnot. We also did gave a little bit of our thoughts in the beginning. Just the entire Kobe situation, how it's just an unfortunate accident, just an unfortunate tragedy, just from all parties involved. It's like we said before yesterday, condolences and whatnot, and of course, to all the victims that have been affected, just in that crash. Horrible. I do want to say one thing before I go into this Monday Night Raw review, and I didn't get a chance to say this yesterday in the beginning of the video or whatnot, because I know it's Twitter, and of course you're gonna go into your trolls here and there and whatnot, especially after all what happened yesterday and everything. But don't get it right. This is Twitter we're talking about, and you just hear a lot of just sick, disturbing things or whatnot. But I do want to say one thing. I know this insults a lot of people easily when hearing this, but I will say, just to some of these, just I don't know if you call them trolls or just these marks on the internet or whatnot, trying to downplay Kobe's death and whatnot, especially when they kept trying to they tried to bring up that rape case that was in 2003, and tried to, and I thought it was sick online, but what was it? They were trying to push the agenda of that Me Too movement bullshit. I just gotta say that is just that is horrible, especially them just trying to promote themselves and whatnot in the wake of this man's death, when people were trying to celebrate his legacy and mourning and whatnot. Yeah, I just had to say, I don't know, I didn't get a chance to say it yesterday, but just fuck them if anyone tries to bring that up or whatnot. No one that's want to hear that shit. Fuck them. Fuck their Me Too movement. Fuck them. Okay, just fuck them in general, but just the fact that they even tried to pull that shit off and whatnot, trying to push themselves, they can fuck off. I honestly fuck them for several reasons, but fuck them and their little movement and whatnot just for doing that shit. That's some low class shit. So fuck them. I just kind of wanted to say that real quick. But going into the Monday Night Raw tonight, San Antonio, Texas. Of course, we played highlights from the Royal Rumble last night. Whatnot went down and was going to go on tonight. We did one thing I have noticed though, and I don't know what happened here, but I guess the commentary team has changed. Of course, you still have Lawler, but Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton were out there. I don't know what happened to Vic Joseph. Does anybody know what happened to him by any chance? Because I thought he was going to be at the Rumble last night, but he was not there for the Rumble show either, and I thought it was kind of strange we did not see him. I don't know if he was taking off commentary. I don't know what's going on with that. Does anybody know the reason behind why Vic Joseph was now on commentary and he put Phillips and Saxton back on? I like Saxton too, because Saxton, I thought Saxton was going to be there for the NXT show on Saturday, but he was there for the Rumble and he was there for he's here for tonight, and Saxton was back too. So I don't know what happened to Vic Joseph, but I thought it was kind of strange that I'm like, oh, he's not back. I just thought something happened. He wasn't there for the Rumble, but apparently he's not back yet. I don't know. Maybe he was changed. Maybe he was moved. I don't know. I'm just kind of taking a guess of what's going on right now. We did kick off the show, though, with the Royal Rumble winner himself, Drew McIntyre. Fans chanting, "You deserve it." And he says, "You don't know how good this feels." And he says, "You know what? I'm challenging Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble." And, a lot of wrestlers, they're terrified of him. He says, "Not me." And he looked him in the eyes at the Rumble match, and he kicked him over the top rope and whatnot, and now he's going to beat him at WrestleMania, and he's got too much energy right now that needs to be worked out. He just won the Royal Rumble, and so anybody in the back that wants to try to make a name for themselves right now, come on and face me. Gallows and Anderson came out. Anderson pretty much says, sounds like an open challenge. Gallows says, yes, it is a challenge or whatnot. And he says, you know what, both of you guys can fight me. Basically, he killed the quote-unquote best tag team in the world or whatnot. The what was it, the best in the world tag team winners they were? Yes, Drew McIntyre beat the best tag team in the world and made them look like super job guys out here. Hey, how's that 5-year contract treating guys right now? I'm sure a lot of people making that joke. They got that 5-year contract, folks. So yeah, McIntyre basically made both of these guys look like shit, and Claymore kicked the hell out of him and even put one on top of the other and just pinned him. So, yeah, Gallows and Anderson, super dead. Well, they've been dead for a while, but super dead right here. The so-called best in tag team in the world. Oi. And McIntyre threw them out. Brock Lesnar ended up coming into the ring at F5 in him with the WWE title. Fans booed as they were pretty much gone from this. So the build now begins to WrestleMania with both of McIntyre and Brock, which I'm sure we're not going to see a lot of Brock in general on this show, and probably till another few weeks or next month possibly, or late February. So, but the main event to, like I said, they are the main event to WrestleMania as we know right now. So let's see what comes from this. But like I said, good promo from McIntyre and whatnot. But yeah, Gallows and Anderson super dead. Rey Mysterio went against returning MVP. Whatnot. We saw MVP in the Royal Rumble just for a brief appearance and whatnot. But MVP was back. They had a video package for and what he's done in the WWE, and kind of from his video of all his title accomplishments: U.S. champion, tag team champion, multiple time tag team champion. I think those all the belts he's won. For some reason I don't remember all the MVP's WWE career right now. For some reason. To whatnot, because I know MVP has done a lot of stuff. I think it says this is MVP's first WWE match in a decade. I think MVP left like in 2010, I remember, and he was in New Japan. He was the first IWGP Intercontinental Champion, I believe, and I know he was in TNA like 2014 for a minute. And then MLW. And like I said, MVP's on the indies all the time. But it was fun to see MVP back on TV. He went against Rey Mysterio. It was actually a good match and whatnot. And we actually got to see the ball in this time. The only thing that was weird was the finish when Rey did a 619. And it's like, I don't know if MVP got up too quickly, but it's like he hit the 619 on his spine. And then he ended up doing the splash for the win. It would have been cool to see MVP get a win right here. But are not going with that, and they're still stuck with Ray. But I just would have loved to see at least an MVP win, because people looked excited to see him back or whatnot. Actually, it was going to be a one-time deal, but it looks like we got both. I had to take a message right here. But like I said, it was fun to see MVP. What now? I don't know. This probably will be the last time we see him wrestle. I don't know. I don't want to say last time in the WWE ring, but I don't know if MVP signed a deal in that. But it was, if it's for this one time. Well, they say he lived in Houston, I believe. But if this is a one-time thing to be here, for whatnot, before he goes back to Indies, it was cool to see MVP back on TV. I didn't think he looked that bad in the ring, so he was okay. Aleister Black kills random guy with black mask. Why is he still facing job guys? Then he got on the microphone and says, I was eliminated from the Royal Rumble last night. And that he says that Seth and Buddy are to blame, but the loss is on him. And these are my own losses. And I made a mistake by waiting for people to pick a fight with me at my door. So now I'm going to bring the fight to them. Yes, it's better than you sitting in the dark boiler room somewhere with the suit on, but he will finally leave his room to go pick fights with other people. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy came out, the Messiah, Jesus or whatnot. Pretty much says, I nearly won the Royal Rumble for a second time in a row, but McIntyre took me out, and the people stabbed me in the back, but I eliminated Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, and he wanted them to come out, which they did come out. And he says, listen, you sound like a jackass right now. And we're not surprised and everything, but we know AOP, your hired goons, are ready to attack. Ron says, well, I don't need them. When they're backstage. And he says, Shelby, which was a camera crew backstage. AOP was backstage. Joe pretty much says, you sure this wasn't taped? And Ron says, say something, which they did. I don't know, man, it looks taped or whatnot. And he says, they're in the dressing room, right? Yeah, they're in the dressing room. And he says, cool. We don't gotta look for them anymore. The Viking Raiders end up attacking him pretty much as security broke it up. So the faces actually look smart for once in this, and that, sitting there waiting to get jumped this time. It's like, listen, we know they're here. We just want to know where they're at. And all right, they're on screen. See, they're on screen. But there's a I don't think this is live. No, this isn't tape. This is for real. This is legit live. And it ended up being live. So smart by Joe and Owens here to do that. To trick them, Seth and them, so they can find the location of AOP. Tag team match for the tag titles. Then one thing to say about this match was that Samoa Joe was taken out of the match. It happened when he did a suicide dive, and excuse me. He did a dive. I swear Samoa Joe, like, he landed on his head real hard. Like, you get a smack from it. Because he was gone at the commercial. I don't know if Samoa Joe was actually hurt or not. But it looked like he really did get hurt with how he fell. I just didn't know if it was going to be that bad. And he was gone during commercial break. So I don't know about if he was hurt. But he was ordered to the back. And Kevin Owens had to do the match on his own. Owens did a stunner on Rollins, but Murphy rolled him up to still retain the tag team titles. Becky Lynch was in the back talking about, talking about doubting herself. But, she looks at everything different. She looked at the title, says, I should never doubted myself to begin with, okay? I've been slapping heads off dope. Probably would have slapped my head off myself for not believing in me. But then she says, what's your next challenge? And most likely could be Charlotte and whatnot. Charlotte, since you won the Rumble. But like I said, Becky went on to say that this isn't the first time I faced Charlotte, but it will be the last time. I don't know about that. I've heard about that last time one too many times. Well, she turned around and had like goat on her jacket then. Almas versus Humberto Carrillo. How does this guy keep getting title shots? Did he lose clean last night at the Rumble, but now he gets a title shot? Explain that to dude. They just keep giving this guy. They love this guy or something. Humberto. Like, I think he's good in the ring, but by God, no one gave two shits about this guy when he came out there. Okay, and it wasn't a bad match, but it's like, dude, why am I watching this again? He lost last night. Doesn't make any sense. But then the crowd actually kind of got into it. Was after because Vega ended up coming in and saving Almas, I guess, attacking Humberto, which was a DQ. But Carrillo pretty much took out on the pad and did the same thing Almas did to him and DDT'd him onto the concrete and whatnot. Almas didn't move. Some people are now saying, maybe this gives Humberto an edge or whatnot. It's giving him something like he's pissed off, he's snapped, he's got the facial expression. It looks like he's going somewhere. Because a lot of people just said this guy has no character and he looks like a Power Ranger when he comes out there every time. He's good in the ring, but people just don't give a shit about him. Now that they did react for him through this, yes, but are they going to react them for later on? I don't know. But a lot of people are saying like he's got an edge, he beat Almas up, and something, so it looked like he got a reaction. He got a reaction more in the post-match than he did the match, so at least he got something from this, but he returned the favor on Almas doing the DDT onto the concrete, taking him out, though, so we'll see what happens from this, but it's probably the biggest reaction Carrillo got, because I just don't people care about this guy in general, give two shits about him. I don't pretty much either, because I said Power Ranger jokes all the time. I just wonder how he gets getting these title shots. Charlotte came out then. Talk about she won the Rumble. She said she was going to do. And I was right. I said 3 weeks ago. And, I don't have to brag about or whatnot. Because I'm Charlotte Flair. Who needs to? And pretty much talked about she won it. I did that. I outlasted 29 women. And now I get to face the champion of my choice. I'm not going to make the decision right now. You're going to have to wait. But then she was going to challenge because I'm trying for a championship. Asuka and Kairi came out. Asuka congratulated Charlotte. And, pretty much saying, congratulations. I didn't understand half the other stuff she said. Charlotte was like, so you want to challenge me or whatnot? Because it says you won the 2018 Royal Rumble. You want to celebrate. I won this Rumble. Asuka said, if I entered the Rumble, she would have won. You were in a title match last night. And Charlotte, you challenging me to end up attacking Charlotte, suplexing her, which I'm sitting there like, who's the heel now in this? But it has to be Charlotte because she's been like this face heel tweener type of thing. I don't think fans know how to accept what it is. But Asuka has been built up as a heel, so she's got to be the heel in this. Because I'm like, wait a minute, are both of them heel? Because I feel like Charlotte hasn't really been a face. I say keeping her as a tweener. But Asuka is the heel because they built her up as a heel for a while. Charlotte, I don't know. Listen, the match itself wasn't bad. It's never really a bad match between Charlotte and Asuka. But what do? We have 2 DQ finishes in a row now. Now I understand why 2 disqualification, especially for Asuka, because they don't want her tapping out again. So that's why Kairi got involved. And then Kairi got involved and ended up getting kicked to the ground. And like I said, the match was not bad, but 2 DQ finishes in a row. Bullshit. Why was this match even going on to begin with? Makes no sense. Okay, just... literally, kicks the guy to why to do this match. It makes no sense, but hey, I guess I gotta keep Asuka's son protected, and Charlotte ended up beating up Kairi after. Street Profits again. I don't even know anymore. Sometime with them, just dancing, talking about Raw. Kelly showed up then. Montez Ford trying to introduce himself, but Dawkins trying to shoot his shot at Kelly, and starts humming some song or whatnot, and he started introducing the Dark Man, Darth Vader, just all these names they were going with until they started dancing. So I don't know what's going on with that, but Kelly was back with her 2 nights in a row. So I guess she stuck around for a little bit of a second, saying, we want the smoke. Mojo Rawley, oh God, in the 24/7 title in a legitimate match. I did not know who that guy was with him until they said it was Riddick Moss from NXT. I don't know if he's still teamed with that, what was his partner's name? Sabatelli or something. Don't know if he's still teaming with him because it's 24/7 title. Well, he's just a fencing lineman, by the way. I know a lot of people talking about his gear. I think that was a tribute to Cody. You go look on his Kobe. If you look on his Twitter, he was a big fan of Kobe Bryant. That's why he had the purple and gold on. But he was the offensive lineman here. I didn't know who he was, so they said. I'm surprised. I don't even know what he was doing in NXT. I have no idea what he's really done in NXT, but I already talented Sabatelli guy, that's it. But I've heard he's not that good in general, whatever this football team thing he's trying to put on here, the offensive lineman. Raleigh pretty much says that, going to defend this title. Anybody can come and get it, or, the gym, backstage, at your mother's house. I'm a franchise quarterback. You need a strong offensive lineman, and Riddick Moss was going to be the way. And he went against No Way Jose, who didn't know he still worked here. Done in like 10, 20 seconds. And whatnot. But next, Truth dressed as a cheeseburger and pretty much pinned up Raleigh for the win, which is where's the offensive lineman at. Pretty much Moss glared Truth in and everything. Buddy hit his buddy. Mojo hit his finisher on him and whatnot. Won the title back. Yeah, waste of a title change here with the 24/7 too. But just got legits involved over this trophy. Must be that important. But 24/7 title. I don't know. Mojo. He won it back, but why was the offensive lineman protecting the first time? I have no clue what was going on here. Liv Morgan went against Lana. I'm sure a lot of people talk great about Liv Morgan's gear. Morgan won with like this flatliner thing off the ropes for a pin. I don't know if the crowd cared about this match that much. But Liv Morgan won and beat Lana, so that's something. Eric Rowan going against random guy. I still think it's a fair. Moving on. Then we get to the final part of the show, which was mostly the biggest pop of the entire night, was Edge being back. Edge came out. He had the pyro in his entrance. I've got to have that pyro in his entrance, of course. Just high-fiving all the fans coming down there. That he is an athlete. He's a performer. He's an artist. Wrestlers can do a lot of those things. And, he said the reaction he got at the Rumble was like what the crowd was giving him right now. Fans chanting saying, you deserve, you still got it. And he says, you're damn right I do. And Edge talked about, we gotta address the elephant in the room, how he was medically disqualified years ago. And talk about all the what ifs and whatnot, and all the matches he could have went against, and everything. And he said years went by, and he started to feel better in time. So when he got to get some other surgery, he got back to work. He went to the gym, he trained, he felt back he was home again after the second neck surgery. He busted his ass. He's in the best shape of his life. How old is Edge? Like 45, 46 years old. I didn't know how old Edge was. He still kind of looks the same to me, but things have changed. He's a little bit older and whatnot. A little bit grayer, about a beard and whatnot, but he says he's in the best shape of his life, and he wants to go out in his terms in his career because, he talked about guys like Orton, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, Matt Riddle, all these guys he got to face in there last night. And, he's thanked everyone for the ride and everything going on right now, and people chanting yes. Edge said that was pretty cool because of the Daniel Bryan thing, but he took a long time to get back here and whatnot. And he doesn't fabricate, he doesn't fake or anything. He said he has grit. You knock me down, I get back up. So he doesn't know how long this is going to go, but he wants everybody to enjoy the ride. I don't know how long Edge is going to be going here, unless it's still after WrestleMania. But the fact that he's back in general, like I said yesterday, is already insane. We've been knowing about Edge coming back for months, but he's finally back and he could still go. But next thing you know, Randy Orton came out. He talked to Edge and everything. He hugged him. And he says, I got this self-destructive, behavior when I was younger. But he says, you kept me in line on the road all the time. You pulled me out. He said, welcome home, Edge. You're like a brother to him and everything. We have a chemistry with special. He says, you know what? You want to bring a rated RKO back? And I'm just waiting on it. I'm waiting for it. RKO drops him. Fans boo big time. Nuclear heat for Randy Orton. Orton pretty much had a chair in the ring. He hit him with the chair. Fans chanting, you suck, several times. And he put the chair in his head. I guess he was saying something to himself or Edge. And Edge, you could see him shaking, like, because I guess trying to sell his neck and everything, like the paralysis. I don't know if it was paralysis, but because of those neck surgeries, you just saw like his fingers moving and everything. And Orton, like, he put the chair in his head, and he was going to get off the top rope and jump off, but he didn't do it. He pulled it out of his head, and, threw it outside. But he ran back, got 2 more chairs, put the chair, concertoed Edge right there as Edge shook then, and just shook as it went off the air. The biggest angle of the night, best thing of the night, nuclear heat. Crowd was just going insane for this. Edge just became a bigger face right here. The real Randy Orton is back. Heel Orton, you saw this as coming from a mile away. Heel Orton is way better than face Orton in general, and Orton showed no remorse, just ruthless and just kind of play into the crowd like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Just I knew the RKO was coming a mile away. Okay, so I'm like, here we go, match set up, Edge versus Orton. It's coming, because I don't know, they didn't really want to go to tag team other than what we saw last night, a rated RKO. But that was great. Randy Orton just got nuclear heat on himself. Probably become the biggest heel in the company again, because Randy Orton can do that and make himself a big heel most of the time, depending on who he attacks. And this was great. So I'm assuming now Edge, Randy Orton, WrestleMania, or maybe at the next pay-per-view, but most likely WrestleMania. It is coming. Edge versus Orton. But this was the first step, and it was a great ending. Outstanding angle. Just great shit. And outstanding. Just great angle in the end. Loved it. Loved every single part of it. Randy Orton, biggest heel in the company. Again, possibly. I wouldn't say, possibly right now. Someone is debatable in this, but biggest heel right now in the company, attacking a returning Edge that has just came back. So Edge versus Orton coming soon. Mania. I think that's going to be a very good match after what we saw Edge in the Rumble last night. This is going to be like the first official match for Edge's return. So we'll see how that goes. But I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be enjoyable. And let the build begin. So yes, the build to WrestleMania has started. We've already started off with Drew and Brock. We have Edge and Orton going on right now. As for the rest of this show, a lot of bullshit, of course. I enjoyed MVP coming back other than the finish of that match, but other stuff like Humberto getting more random title shots and doesn't really have to do anything to do it. Still gets them, but I guess he attacked Almas, so I guess that's something. A lot of DQ finishes. Charlotte versus Asuka. Why? But come on, you knew it was going to happen. DQ, come on, because we all knew Asuka was going to tap out again. But yeah, Charlotte, I'm still not surprised by the Rumble, but people are still pissed. Rowan, Ferret, don't care. 24/7 title, Riddick Moss, I don't know. He's building a football team, folks, Mojo Rawley, so I don't know. I enjoyed the Seth Rollins and Buddy versus Kevin Owens and Joe thing. Hopefully Joe is okay after they pull him in the back after he did that dive and fell out looking at his head, but I don't know if that's legitimately hurting that, but we'll see. What else? Try to remember this match. Liv Morgan, Lana, whatever. We saw the Becky. Overall, man, like, Raw still had a lot of bad parts, but like the beginning I thought was really good, and the ending was fantastic. The ending was just great. But other than that, that is my review of Monday Night Raw tonight. Like I said, the night after the Royal Rumble, and some newsworthy stuff going on tonight. So yeah, other than that, just check out my Royal Rumble review that is posted up right now. Double review, 2 hours. Check it out. Like I said, just go check out the video. I'm hopefully got a link in the description and whatnot. But check out my Royal Rumble review. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about Monday Night Raw itself, or anything that had anything to do with this show tonight, okay? But other than that, I am done with this review. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.